They're so nice, that boys. Young Lindu shouty.
Emotional boys, 2001.
Emotional shouties in this bitch. Machiavelli. Bitches come and go, bro. But you know I stay. Bitches come and go.
Good morning YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Today we've got a limbs workout I wanted to take you guys with me, so legs and arms. We're going to Doherty's in probably about an hour. I've got my pre-workout meal waiting for me, so there she is. And I wanted to take you guys with me today, just a little vlog thing, maybe try something different, maybe a little bit less editing, but we're gonna have an awesome session. I'm training with my mate Chins, as usual. I'm gonna slam my pre because, yeah, it's about an hour before we're actually lifting. And let's have a great day. Woo! All right, that's the pre-workout meal slam, just like that. Casual 160 grams of carbs just in the system now. I do want to touch on that real quick. In terms of a pre-workout meal, that's not entirely ideal when it comes to cereal and milk. Cereal, obviously, fast digesting carbs, so it's pretty decent, but there is better options if you're trying to be as optimal as possible. Any sort of cream of rice variation would probably be the number one, but I personally, I'm not the biggest fan of cream of rice at the moment. I haven't been able to mix it up in a way that I like, so that's been my pre-workout meal, just the two cereals. I just mix cereals, some honey, blueberries, banana, and milk. I do crack a little bit of salt on there as well, just for sodium, but I also have salt in my pre-workout drink as well, and generally just electrolytes through the day. What up, gangster? Hey. Another reason why I have that exact pre-workout meal is I look forward to it, simply. It makes me excited to go to the gym. Obviously, it tastes really good. It's cereal. And like I said before, limbs on the menu. It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful day. Like, it's not a cloud in the sky, baby. So it's a nice change of weather. I'm gonna make my pre, fill up my car, and then meet my mate at the gym. So I'll check you when I'm there doing my first working sets. Psych, I lied. I'm gonna be vlogging a lot more in this video just because I wanna get really comfortable talking to the camera. I'd love to talk about topics that are important to me. And obviously to do that and be coherent when you're saying your important points, you have to be pretty comfortable around the camera. So I'm just gonna include some random stuff, a little day in the life, little lift, whatever it turns out to be. We're also currently doing a little bathroom reno at the moment. If you can hear some crazy noise in the background, that's Jay Money, my brother, going ham on the jackhammer. So we'll go check up on him, see how he's doing. Holy anabolic window. It is currently 5:30. So to give you a rundown of what's happened, I got to the gym at a good 11. We then left the gym at 2:15, which is crazy. So a casual 3.25 hour session, which obviously the session didn't take that long. It was 2 pose downs, messing around with the camera, etc. It does not take that long, I promise you. Then had to help out with the reno because we had a burst pipe, which was gonna be a super quick job. Then turned into a mess around, which was like 2 hours. It is currently 5:30. This is my post-workout meal. Just about 3 hours late, which is fine. What I said about the anabolic window, that's a joke, that's a myth, by the way. So I have 250 grams beef mince, 125 grams of Uncle Ben's rice, because I'm lazy and I bought the packet stuff, 250 grams of frozen veg, and then like 30 grams barbecue sauce, 10 grams of honey, a little bit of Cholula hot sauce as well. So gonna devour this. Finally, I'm starving, and I'll literally eat this exact same thing in like 1.5 hours when it's dinner time. So not the most optimal meal timing, but sometimes shit happens and you just have to make it work. You gotta roll with the punches. So I'm so excited. Actually, I feel like it. Imagine I tip all this out. It doesn't really look that appetizing, does it? It's because I'm a dog. So to me, any form of like 1 out of 10 looking food to me is like, oh my God, that looks amazing. I'm salivating. Genuinely, I'm salivating right now. So beef, rice, and veggies, and I'm salivating. It's a new low the cut's got to me. Ooh. That barbecue sauce is snazzy. This is getting knocked off instantly. Way too much filming. I'm devouring this thing. All right, so when I came home today, there was a little package waiting for me. And I don't really order too much stuff online, so I know exactly what this is, at least I think. I've been waiting a minute for this, so I'm super keen for this. The only other thing that I order online, pretty much, big old bag of Bulk Nutrients protein powder. Best protein powder in the game if you're in Australia. Bulk Nutrients, 100% where it's at. Cheap, super high quality, they're goated, literally greatest brand ever. And I'm not even affiliated with them or anything, I literally just love their stuff. Back to this bad boy, let's rip it open. Oh yes sir, yes sir. Dude, finally. It's been so long. This is the joys of living in Australia, is this took like a month to get here, and I had to get it off Amazon because Ecovision don't ship to Australia. They're sexy as well, I can't lie. I've got the white ones. Hey, here's a quick plug for you. If you're in the US, because obviously Ecovision at this point in time doesn't ship to Australia, was what I've been told. Code GINS10, my boy Todd, who was in the video today, you saw him lifting like 7-8 plates just on every single exercise, because why not? He's affiliated with Ecovision. So if you use his code GINS10, if you want some stuff, shout out to the boy. So I'm gonna chuck him on. Why not? Let's get a bit weird with it. God damn, they didn't play around with the packaging. Didn't get that shit open for like a minute. Oh, they got the... Dude, that's wicked. They got all the... Oh, unreal. They don't smell like arse. You got the little ribs. Oh, you can't see shit. You got the ribs on here. The little D handle as well, which is super helpful. Dude, I'm so glad these came. Oof, I'm TNFing this shit hard. Have your straps on at all times. They're sexy. Let me know what you think of the white as well. I know it's a little bit like, ooh, crazy. Actually, they go with my pants. Hang on, check this out. Drippy ass. Not really, but it's close enough. Dude, that's sick. I'm so excited. That's been, yeah, like a month I've been waiting on these. And just in time, because I get to use them for the lift tomorrow. That's what dreams are made of, baby. Let's go. Bit of a change of pace now. I said at the start of this video that I wanted to talk to the camera a lot more, and I figure there's no better way to get more comfortable doing any sort of action, no matter what it is, than actually doing the thing. So I just wanted to have a conversation about comparison, because it's a silent killer in my view. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. That gets thrown around all the time, but I feel like it gets thrown around without people actually stopping for a second and thinking about it and think how it applies to them in their own lives. So, and a footnote of that is progress, and how you don't notice progress, or you don't really notice change when you're deep in it. You kind of keep fighting, keep pushing on, and you don't notice how much progress you're actually making until obviously you pause for a moment, take a step back, and then think about yourself, whether that's a year in the past, 2 years, 3, 4, whatever. That's the only time when you realize how far you've come. So back to what I want to talk about in terms of comparison is, I feel in this digital age, it is so simple, so easy. It's such a trap to compare yourself to somebody's life online. And it's absolutely devastating for your mental health. You compare everything that you've ever done in your life to someone on a screen. To say that out loud, it sounds ridiculous, right? But I know damn well that you do it every single day. I do it every single day. I do it multiple times a day. It's ridiculous, it's scary. And the scary thing is it's so difficult not to compare yourself to that person, that video that you've seen, that photo, that edit, whatever it is. It's genuinely very difficult to not compare yourself and your current situation to that. Instead of comparing yourself to that video where someone's shown the absolute highlights of their life and you know how fantastic they are and everything that comes with social media, which is ironic that I'm going to post this video on YouTube, but that's because I love making YouTube videos and I want this as a digital diary to look back on as a form of progress tracking to see how far I've come. But back to my point again is the only person you should be comparing yourself to is yourself a few years ago, a few days ago. Heck, you can even go all the way back to like as early as you remember and recognize how far you've come. It's so difficult. And I'll use the gym as an example because you know, it is a gym related video, so why not? But if you think about yourself, we're gonna say 6 months ago or a year ago, and you compare your current self, say in this situation that you're not 100% pleased with where you are on your gym journey, you know, you want a little bit more, you want a few inches on your biceps, you want a bigger chest, a bigger back, you feel like it's all going so slow. If you compare yourself to someone on social media with a genuine S-tier physique, like a Clark Kent, Lex Little, some of those boys that are absolutely ridiculous, like genetic freaks, it's very easy to get disheartened and to criticize yourself and be hard on yourself and think that you're not working hard enough and just be demoralized and straight up be unhappy. But if instead you switch that perspective and you switch it to you comparing yourself now to 6 months ago or a year ago and think about the consistency that you've developed with the gym, your healthier habits, the stuff that maybe you don't really notice that you've developed because you are now that person. And on top of that, you compare your physique. If you compare you to you, there's only gonna be one winner, and that should be the current version of you, which you will then compare in the future to the next current version of you. And you would hope that you have improved if you're doing the right things, which I assume you are if you want to improve. It's those little things that you know you should be doing that ultimately you feel like they don't add up. You feel like sometimes they're a waste of time, but in reality, that consistency and that dedication with those smaller things in conjunction with the big things, AKA lifting heavy, progressively overloading, all that sort of jazz, that makes a huge difference. And you don't recognize that if you're only comparing yourself to other people or social media or whatever, the biggest guy in the gym. Like, I think it's so crucial to take a step back and realize how far you've come. I'll use a random example of mine is, dude, I remember as a kid, I'm a massive introvert, right? Like I'm super shy. Sometimes I have my moments where there's a little bit of outgoingness. I'm not sure what the term is, but I remember someone would come to the door and my parents would introduce me to them. It would be one of their mates or something. And I would have to get forced to go say hi to one of their friends. I'd be crying the whole time, like dead set. I remember this clearly because it happened multiple times. And I know it may seem like a very silly example, but if I look at myself now, I'm obviously not doing that. And while, like I said, it's quite silly, that is genuinely something to be proud of. That's confidence and development and growth. It's the same as a throwback to school. I used to judge myself on how many words I had said that day. I have a diary, a notebook. It's still, I know exactly where it is. And it's, oh, I feel like I did well. I said 18 words today, which like, that's insane, right? And now I'm here talking to a camera, putting myself out there, trying to make a YouTube video. Will it be a good YouTube video? Who knows? Probably not, but I'm giving it a crack. And that's another important thing is just try, dude. Like you never know what opportunities will come if you try. It's the good old, the harder you work, the luckier you get. It's not a guarantee, but it may open opportunities that you never knew were possible. So I know that's a yap, but if you can, I beg you to please, instead of comparing yourself to someone online, it's okay to look up to people online who have unbelievable physiques, etc., all this sort of stuff. You can look up to them, but I beg you to compare yourself to yourself and you will truly see how much progress you've made. And with that, I want to remind you again that you don't necessarily recognize progress and improvement and development when you're in those stages of your life. You recognize them afterwards. So please don't be too hard on yourself. Please recognize that you're trying. And I want to see you win, man. I want to see everyone win. I believe that everyone's on this earth for a great purpose and you owe it to yourself to try. You owe it to your friends, your family, your future self, your future family, just to give stuff a shot and just to try to the best of your ability. So I just want to say that real quick. Please stop comparing yourself and go out and get after it. You got this, man. I believe in you. in what is truly a shocking turn of events, I'm having the exact same dinner that I had for lunch. The king of accidental fasting returns. In all its glory, beef, vegetables, and rice. The only thing I've changed this time around is instead of the barbecue sauce and the honey and all that, it's just like 60 grams of hummus, which kind of a cheat code. I might be hummus and hot sauce. If you combine also cottage cheese. Dude, cottage cheese and hot sauce, I think that one's a bit better known. You can add that to literally whatever and it tastes unreal. But hummus, I don't know, I suppose it's not everyone's cup of tea. It is a little bit weird, like chickpeas and all that, I don't know. I'm not a fan of chickpeas by themselves, but if you put it in hummus and then chuck it in there, it's half decent, man. Maybe give it a shot. But other than that, that's pretty much my day done. You know, when you have a day that's not, like it's not super long, it's not super tiring, but you just kind of cooked at the end of it. It's kind of been one of those for me. It could have been, I don't know, maybe the 3.5 hour gym session or the fact that I just didn't eat until like 5:30 or 6 or whenever it was and had to help with the crisis with the burst pipes and all that. But that does it for this video, but I do want to show you that your boy's tapped in for tomorrow. Quick little selly. Little sparkling orange. I'm gonna mix that with the pre, plus, little bit of electrolytes. Plus I got those straps, so I'm super pumped to lift tomorrow. It's gonna be a 6 session, plus it's literally like 7:30 at the moment and I'm cooked and I'm going to bed. So hopefully we get a good night's sleep in, but thank you very much for watching this video. Give me any thoughts, comments, whatever, man. I just wanna interact with people and help wherever I can. So I appreciate you, I love you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.